Good morning, everybody. My name is miahtheking, and what's the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know, and I don't care. Now, today we're taking a look at the highly anticipated game that just released a few days ago called Hogwarts Legacy. A Harry Potter-themed open-world immersive open-world RPG, and yeah, I know I'm a few days late, but I have two very good reasons for that. The first is that I was violently vomiting these last 3 days, and only today am I feeling marginally better. I literally couldn't count to 10, let alone write a script. And second is that I wasn't sure if I should even do a video for this game. I mean, it's AAA. Normally you go to the big time reviewers like Angry Joe or Jim Sterling or I don't know any others. The point is, I'm more of an indie game reviewer, but here I am anyway because I just really wanted to do this one and I haven't put out a video this week. Selling for $60 American and not in early access, this game was developed by Avalanche Software and published by Warner Bros. Games. So I doubt a lot of people out there are really going to check out this video. You know, I know this isn't going to be my big money maker. This isn't going to be the one that makes me well known and everybody's going to see it and everything else, yada yada yada. But that's okay. This video is for the few of you out there who do decide to check out every video I put out. And for those few of you out there who check in with me every week and watch my videos, you're the best. Best fans ever. Love you to death. Please keep it up. I really mean it. It really means a lot to me that you keep watching. But I mean, what can I say about the game? That it's awesome, because it is. That it meets the hype, because it does. That it's worth your time and money, because it is. Is it going to be like Cyberpunk 2077, where we waited 7 years and then we finally got it? It was a broken, buggy, unfinished mess? Because it's not that. However, in case you're looking for more than just a blanket statement, then I'll go into brief detail about the game, just so all of you out there know a little bit more about the game before you buy. Also, I have a few tips about solving the puzzles in the game hidden in this video somewhere. So, make sure you watch the whole video in case you're stuck on a few puzzles, because in there somewhere I might be able to give you the answer you need. That's how I'm going to keep you watching this week. So, the game starts out with full character customizer, and it's actually really nice. A lot of games like Skyrim, Fallout, Mass Effect, and others have you shaping the face of your character, you know, sculpting it. Which, as a lot of us more experienced players know, that can sometimes really screw up the facial animations in cutscenes. I once created a character in Mass Effect Andromeda, and when it came to the cutscene showing my dad, he had a forehead that reached about 3 feet in front of the rest of his face. Well, in this game, they just pick different types of faces that are already well made, and with different variations, which help make the cutscene facial expressions more realistic and smooth, while at the same time giving you control of what your character looks like. Of course, there are the add-ons, you know, the scars, hairstyles, hair colors, eye colors, voice types, and even voice pitch, like they have in the Sims game when you're creating a character, that you can change all in an effort to help you create the perfect you for the game. Then you're plopped right into the game with a very gripping story, which I won't spoil, with an immersive, well-thought-out tutorial that leads you, and gently but also entertainingly introduces you to the game. You're a chosen one. Time to figure out why. What's your purpose, and solve the ancient mystery surrounding your chosen oneness. I won't spoil anything, so that's all you get for now. So now, as always, let's look at the good and the bad of the game before my final thoughts. So first up for the good is the graphics. It looks pretty good. I mean, in some places it looks freaking amazing, and in others it's distractingly bad. Like, in the beginning, the hair physics and graphics were just awful. I thought my game was broken. But then later on I saw the water graphics and physics and was blown away, so overall I'd have to say above average graphics, which most of the time is really nice to look at, especially the spells. Next, oh, and the lighting. The lighting effects are amazing. So is the bloom effect and the other shaders. Like, it's great at times. Next is the sound effects and the voice acting. The sound effects and the music are amazing. The sound of spells are just awesome, and they always sound right. The music is always perfect and fitting for the situation. And the voice acting, for the most part, is almost always on point. The only issue I have is with the main character. Sometimes his voice actor is sounding hesitant or not 100% engaged. I mean, dude, you're flying around on a broomstick for the first time. Maybe be a little bit more excited, huh? Next up is the gameplay. Now, I was really worried about this when I saw previews of the game and videos and trailers, but for the most part I was kind of excited about how they were going to finagle the combat system with spells here. And when I got into the game and actually got to play it, I found I had nothing to worry about. The combat especially is what I was the most worried about, but it's so damn smooth, fast, and intuitive, plus being accurate, and it just feels good to play that I was able to adapt fairly well, fairly quickly, and before I knew it, I was a spell-slinging badass. There's also puzzle after puzzle scattered everywhere, and not in the usual way you'd find in games. We're not talking rooms with floor puzzles, or wall puzzles, or word puzzles. I'm talking, there's a statue over there that glows, and you need to do something with it for some reason. So good luck figuring that out. And there's stuff like that everywhere. See, you get experience for doing a lot of stuff in this game. Finding hidden pages is the biggest exploratory thing. Solve this puzzle, you get a paper. Connect those dots, you get a paper. Follow that firefly to its mirror and you get a paper. These papers give you XP, and there's tons of things like that which give small amounts of XP, like everywhere. But each of these papers also give you a bit of lore so you can learn about the game, the world, the people, the places, and so on. It's actually awesome for someone like me who doesn't know diddly about this world or its lore. There are also collectibles and challenges, all of which unlock new gear or experience or both. You can't walk down a hallway without finding a new kind of puzzle or a new thing to explore and want to mess with. And then with all the gear you can get, either through unlockables or through loot, you can wear the best stuff, but then change your appearance as you see fit from things you've collected, so you can always look your best, which is awesome. There are talents that you can unlock, which can change and improve your spells, which helps determine how you want to play the game and develop your character further. There's no good or evil choices as far as I can tell, but enough dialogue that makes it a bit immersive as well. Honestly, I could keep going on and on about all the features and gameplay mechanics here, but it's just too much. Basically, it's got a ton of stuff, all of it works well, makes sense, plays well, and gives you what you hoped it would. Next up on the positive is the length and the price. They say online that if you did just the main story missions, it'd last you maybe 36 hours to get through the game. And if I had to take a wild guess, I'd say that if you do all the side quests and explore a bit, along with doing half of the puzzles and just take your time and enjoy the game, you'll probably double that playthrough time, which would be 72 hours for $60, which makes it more than worth it. As a AAA experience, this game is worth its $60 asking price. Now, as a special treat before we go into the negatives, let me help some of you out there with some things that may be confusing you in the game. And yes, these do have to deal with puzzles. But before even that, if you find my video fun or informative, please support my channel by liking, subscribing, sharing the video, and leaving me a comment. It helps a lot more than you think it does. Thanks. Now then, so, have you been walking around and seeing a door that looks like this? Okay, so here's your reward for watching the video and supporting my channel. For this door here, and all doors like it, if you start on the left, the bottom left, at the bottom, that first animal thing there equates to the number 0. And if you go clockwise, so going up from that little thing at the bottom left to the unicorn would be 1. And then the goat would be 2, the hydra would be 3, and so on and so forth. So you use these to solve the door. To figure out that single question mark, you take the two numbers in the small circles and add them together. Then you subtract that number from the number in the center. Whatever number you get will match one of the animals on the side and their corresponding number. So, for instance, in this picture here, you have 3 and 0 on the side. Add them together and you get 3. Subtract it from 5, you get 2. 2 would be that little goat thing above the unicorn. Now you go find the single question mark spinny thing on the wall and turn it to goat. Then you do the same thing for the bottom one. So that it's a unicorn, right? That means 1. So 1 plus the 4 would be 5. Subtract it from 12 and you get 7, right? So 7 would be that weird looking thing above the spider on the right. So you'd take the double question mark spinny thing on the wall and change it to that weird looking thing, and then you go to open the door and it'll unlock. Want some more info? Because I got more. Ever see those statues just hanging around where it's got like this guy and he's holding up some kind of sphere-like orb? Well, you use the levitate spell on those guys, and the little orby will lift and you'll get a page. And that's all I got for now. If you ran into another thing you need help on, let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to help. I've been playing the game for a while now, so I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. Now, we got to go into the negatives, and quickly, because this video is already longer than I wanted it to be. The game has some stability issues. Now, hopefully this will be solved quickly, but my first 2 days playing the game, I was met with constant frame rate dropping to the point of it being brain-breaking and me needing to restart. And I know what you're thinking. 2 days, but I thought you were violently vomiting for 3 days. Yes, I know, I was playing this game in that time. But don't worry, I spent a good solid 2 hours playing this game with a clear head, refreshing my memory and remembering everything so I could write this review with a clear mind. But the game is also frozen on me a couple of times, and sometimes it failed to start. My computer has more than enough specs to play this game, and I had it on the lowest graphics, but it was still trudging along slowly, so hopefully that'll get fixed soon. The next negative thing is that it's more of a personal gripe, I think, but I wish the game had more slice-of-life aspect to it. You know, kind of like Persona 5. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is really good, and I don't want to criticize it too much, but considering you're playing as a teenage wizard who's going to a wizarding school, couldn't you have given us a bit more slice-of-life stuff? Like a schedule that's kind of got benefits, like you learn something new going to class, tests that you have to take that if you succeed you get money or something, studying allowing us to do our extracurricular activities like finding the villains and exploring the forest after class. I mean, we're here to learn and go to school, not be a chosen one. Even Harry Potter had to attend class during the day and explore dungeons at night. I'm just saying, a bit more stuff like that. Maybe the ability to hang out with friends in town. Maybe give us a room where we can actually go to sleep at, because you can't go to your bed and sleep in this game. You just have to go to your map and hit the wait button. But I mean, it's just small stuff like that that I wish would be included. But that's about all I got negative to say about the game at this point in time. Overall, the game is tons of fun. I mean, you can create the kind of wizard you want to be, and like, I'm definitely not a Harry Potter fan. I've never been, and probably never will be. But it's a deep, immersive, open-world RPG, and it's a solid, amazing game, even if you're not a fan of Harry Potter. As someone who's not even close to being a fan and still loving the game, I can recommend that everyone play this game and give it a solid try. You won't be disappointed. The best part is it has no connections to Harry Potter at all. At least not at my current playtime, it doesn't. So it's almost like you're just playing a game where you're a wizard, and it's really fun. It's really good. And man, I cannot stress to you enough how intuitive it is. Like, it's like a bunch of gamers made this game. It's everything you want it to be is where it is, and it works the way you want it to work. I mean, if you wanted a deep RPG, this is the game to play. All right? So that's all the time I got for this video, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or concerns, then please let me know in the comments down below. I can't wait to see you all again on my next adventure. And until then, I bid you all farewell.